Good morning, everyone. Today we will be taking a look at and putting reining foundation basics on this young mare that I have here with me today. This is Amy. She's a 4-year-old registered paint mare that has had some rides put on her, but she was sent to me for reining experience. My understanding is she is well started but needs a proper introduction to reining. Depending on how these first couple of sessions go, her owners and I will determine if she stays in the program or is better suited for something else. Please excuse if you see anyone else riding here today. We are at the Starshine Arena and it is a popular spot for training in these early morning hours. Okay, let's get her tacked and mounted. Now that we are on her back, let's go ahead and talk about what gear I am using for these first couple of sessions. I have here a good trusty, well-fitting saddle and a comfortable thick pad. I decided to go ahead and use a snaffle on this horse only due to her being started for basic riding. The snaffle will also allow me to feel more easily through my hands how she's handling the bit. And then finally, I just have some basic classic leg wraps to offer a bit of support. This is not too important for the basic introductory exercises we'll be focusing on in this session, but she will need to get used to them before advancing to anything intermediate. Okay, as you can see here, I've got her moving up on the rail, just at a walk. I'm going to get warmed up a little bit here. You're going to see me do a lot of stopping and backing on this rail. It's one of the more basic exercises you can do that will really help build their top line and their back. I'm going to go ahead and ask her to turn around my leg here. Didn't like how lazy she was there. Give her a little bit of encouragement. I like to see more lift in that shoulder. Another thing you'll see me do with these horses is push them into the corner of the arena. Using your corner of your arena is really going to help with asking them and them understanding to bend. So here I pushed her into the corner. I really like how she took that very willingly. That was nice. Good girl. Now that I've got her bending around my leg, I'm going to go and ask for a trot. There we go. This mare really does have a nice trot, nice jog. I'd love to see her round her back a little bit. I'm going to continue to post in my saddle. This is going to encourage lifting that back and moving forward within her trot. Now that I've got her going around a couple laps on the rail at a trot, I'm going to ask for a bit of a slower jog in these smaller circles. You'll see me do 1 or 2 circles with this mare. This is to allow her to have some kind of release, some kind of reward away from the pressure to encourage her to round out. So every time she rounds out her back and slows down her feet, I'll ask her to go ahead and step forward through that trot. Here you see I've got her into a lope. I'm just going to let her lope through this arena a little bit, doing big, wide turns. I don't want to introduce something too small to her just yet. I want to discourage her, but I do want to make sure that she's giving me her head. I'll wind her down here a little bit, but I don't want her to get lazy. So here I'm going to ask her to disengage her hindquarters, tip her nose in a little bit, put my leg back. This is going to be very crucial when I ask her to lead change. So I noticed she was a little lazy in her stop earlier, and she's still giving me a bit of a lazy stop. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down and ask her for a very athletic backup, and just keep doing that until she gives me a really good stop, and then I'll let her rest. So I noticed she was having some issues lifting her back in that trot earlier. So I'm set up some poles in the arena. This is a really good exercise to get your horses lifting their back. They're kind of forced to notice where they're putting their feet. and they lift themselves to get over those poles. So we're going to go ahead and introduce her to that kind of slowly. Get her walking around here, listening to my leg, and just get her to walk over these poles at first. So here I've got her jogging around a little bit before we hit these poles. Get her moving forward, a nice forward trot. Good girl. So you can see she lifted her back a bit more. You always want to post over poles. This allows them to lift their back. Two-pointing is good too, but we're Western here. Okay, good. I think that ends today's session. She did a really good job. Gonna go ahead and hop off and let her rest for a second here. This mare is really willing and very talented. So I'm excited to see where she goes. Stick around for now. I definitely see more sessions with her. Thanks for watching.